Now, one important fact that I want to mention to you is that HTML is a very forgiving language. That means that if you break the syntax, if you write incorrect code, so let's say I'm just going to remove the closing sign for the greater than sign for the opening tag over here, and I'm just going to simply avoid this element together, and I'm just going to miss the closing element, closing tag for the span over here as well. And if I save and I refresh, you see that, yeah, of course, this one got broken. I'm just going to put this back. Sometimes it's going to totally break, but sometimes it's going to simply work, right? So over here, I'm missing these two closing tags over here, but still is working. So that is what I want to mention to you, that HTML is a very forgiving language. That means that when the browser reads the code, it tries its best to understand the code, and even if it's broken, it's going to try to make sense of it and render something on the screen to the best of its knowledge. All right, so now with that said, I'm going to actually right click and inspect. So basically, we have learned that the inspect feature will open all the code in the Elements tab in the Chrome Developer Tools, and you immediately see that no, this is not the code we wrote. We never wrote the HTML element. We never wrote the head or the body element. We just wrote this code, right? What is the rest of the code coming from? And that is goes on to say that HTML is a very forgiving language. Now you see that so far we wrote all of these elements over here, and that is the elements that shows up on the page. But the proper way to write an HTML page is to have this particular basic markup. You write the HTML element. Inside you have two elements, the head element, all right, and the body element. All right. So the body element will have everything that will be shown on this area, this white area over here. This is the body of the HTML page. In the head area, you're going to write, let's say, the title. Title is just one option. There are many options as well, but title is one of the things that you write in the head section. What is head? Head is the section which is like the options for this web page. So let's say you want to write a title over here where it says index.html. You want to mention a title for the page. You're going to put it inside the title element. All right, and everything that you want to show inside that particular page will go inside the body area. Now, with that said, you see over here that the browser is smart enough. It said that, oh, it has some P and HR and span and whatever. It looks like that it fits inside the body area. So it just put it automatically inside the body element. Smart enough, right? So that's what I want to tell you, is that HTML is a forgiving language, but if you just break the rules way too much, the codes are not going to work the way you expected. So always be careful writing code, indent your code pretty well so it's easier for you to read, and so that you can have the proper result that you're expecting. Now, with that said, in the next video, we're going to go over this basic markup, and then you're going to know everything, basically the things that you need to know about HTML to get started. And then the rest of the tutorials, we're going to just be focusing on the different elements. We're going to go through that one by one. And then we're going to get into CSS. So that's pretty much it for this video. I'm going to talk to you in the next.